Sports. We're here for pivotal Game 4 with the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson, and let's get started. And our postseason coverage tonight is from Miami, as the Heat will be playing against the San Antonio Spurs. Well, for San Antonio, a withering loss in Game 3. They'll have to play much better tonight. We'll see if they can steady themselves and get it done. Well, the series hasn't gone the way they had hoped, obviously down 3-0, but let's get Shaq to comment on this. Are they only playing for pride tonight, or can they legitimately come back?
Well, never say never, Ernie.
Oh, you just said never twice.
59 seconds left to play here in the third. On the floor for San Antonio, Manu and Kawhi filling out the perimeter. Duncan out there with West, and it's Anderson in at the 1 spot. Outside Dragic. Brown the pass to Deng. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Tim Duncan picks one up. For Miami, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. That free throw, no good. Chris Bosh is checked in for Whiteside. And he's good on the second. Here is Anderson. There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Duncan right side. From 10 feet out, and he hits the jump shot. Duncan's got 7 points in the game.
You know, he almost pulled the trigger on that possession, but recognized that there was a better option. That's what we mean by playing for your teammates. And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
Johnson against Ginobili. And taken away by Johnson. Brown outside. Back to Johnson. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Heat. Welcome back to Game 4 as we get ready to start things up again. Spurs trail by 17. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Winslow is out there with Chris Bosh, and it's Brown in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Dragic after the basket by San Antonio, and Brown throws it down hard.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
San Antonio's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Leonard, and he jams it with authority.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
The Heat leading by 15. It's Brown on the wing. Out to Wade. Back to Brown. Now the pass to Winslow. Outside Bosh. Shot clock at 5. He dishes it to Brown. Wade for 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Outside Leonard. Pass to Aldridge. The 11-footer cannot hit, and it's Miami the other way. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Dragic kicks to Brown. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Brown. 37 points and 4 steals. What a force he's been in the paint.
And he's gotten himself into the air, Clark, so often, blocking shots and getting rebounds.
And Brown drops them both. And San Antonio has possession. 17-point game. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Leonard. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more. opportunity.
Mark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Wade kicks to Brown. And Aldridge comes over to help. Here's Bosch. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Kicks it to Leonard. Stolen by Winslow.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Parker with the steal. And now in transition is Parker. Here we go. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for two. That's on Goran Dragic. Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Miami?
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
Get the ball inside.
Now here's Brown. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Here's Parker. Outside Aldridge. Feeds it to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. The shot. Miami grabs the miss. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Spurs trail by 20. Ginobili with the ball. Here's Marjanovic. That's good. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Winslow dishes to Brown. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Spurs have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Ginobili draws the double. Aldridge, no one around him. No good with the triple.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
And Brown throws it down.
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is secure.
I'm almost ready to go there with you, partner. Not quite. I'm hanging around at that 98% mark, so it's just about done, but I need a little more evidence to close the book on it.
The Heat leading by 20.
Got it. Get the ball inside.
Outside Dragic, down low. Wants to get it to Brown and does. Picked his pocket.
And wow, that's the end of an epic journey taken by both these teams in unbelievable fashion. Get the NBA title rings ready, folks, for the Heat.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
Here's Ginobili following the basket by Freak. Marjanovic. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Bosch. Deng comes in for Winslow. Johnson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Udrich in for Goran Dragic.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
Here's Mills after Amari Stoudemire's bucket. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And that one's good.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Woodrick, the pass to Brown. Kicks it out to Johnson. Woodrick dishes to Brown. Over to the left wing. From 12 feet out. Basket good.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Oh, and it's over. The Miami Heat are the new NBA champions.
Well, they did it. And as they celebrate, you can just see the relief, the exhilaration that comes with winning it all.
And Clark, you have to hand it to the entire organization. They worked together to get right here.
And guys, what a reward for the fan base. I mean, I know one thing. They're going to enjoy this memory for a long, long time.
And we have enjoyed our time with you folks all season long. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long. Have a wonderful summer.